Phantom Manor is without question one of the most unique storytelling experiences of any park anywhere in the world, so let's dive into the secrets of Phantom Manor. Sitting atop Boot Hill at the edge of Frontierland, Phantom Manor is one of the most iconic and mysterious Disneyland Paris attractions. It has become iconic due to its uniqueness and remains mysterious due to the shadowy secrets that surround its history. The enchantment of Phantom Manor begins from the moment we enter the property's gates and step foot in the gardens. Observant guests can find several clues about the history of this once glorious structure, built in the late 19th century by the Ravenswood family, a founding family of Thunder Mesa. Henry Ravenswood was Melanie's father and owned the Big Thunder Mountain Mine, one of the town's most beautiful areas. Though the house is today considered haunted, it opens its doors to Disneyland Paris guests curious about its mysteries. At the manor gates is a plaque with the name of the attraction, which brings us right into the story. From far away, the plaque's border looks unremarkable, but from closer up we can see that it is made of interlacing serpents. Its design was based on the plaque outside the Haunted Mansion attraction at Disneyland Resort in California. Its frightening and dark quality has been exaggerated so that it would fit in with the Parisian attraction. A flickering candle seems to move from one room to another, casting mysterious shadows on the walls and at the windows while unsettling noises echo around the building. There is no doubt this manor is definitely home to someone or something. At the top of Boot Hill rises the impressive house that we call Phantom Manor. A shadow of its former self, the exterior of Phantom Manor is a unique case among Disney parks. It is the only attraction of its kind that is done in a Wild West theme, and the only one to this day that has a deliberately dilapidated appearance, a unique way to tell its story through architecture. There are plenty of rumours which say that the exterior of Phantom Manor is inspired by that of Norman Bates' home in Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's 1960 film. But Phantom Manor had to be immediately recognised as a haunted house, and in multilingual Europe, this meant that its appearance had to speak to guests. The attraction's creators thus opted for a dismal and dilapidated appearance, an original choice, as the precedent set by Walt himself for the Disney parks had always been to look brand new. The story is centred on Melanie, the abandoned bride who should remind guests of the attic bride of the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland Resort in California. But at Phantom Manor, Melanie takes on a more central role. Her character development was influenced by classics in European literature, particularly Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. As for the character of the Phantom, he is largely inspired by the famous Phantom of the Opera. But these European influences are revisited under the lens of the special history of Frontierland, such as by making the Phantom the former owner of the Thunder Mesa mine. Entering the house, guests discover a decrepit room that has been ravaged by time. In one corner, an unsettling painting shows a strange bride with a ghostly and threatening figure standing just next to her. But, as pointed out by the voice of the narrator, who welcomes the guests, things were not always so. Suddenly, the whole foyer and the painting miraculously transform, showing a revealing glimpse of the past. The abandoned manor is replaced by its former impressive appearance, and Henry Ravenswood takes the place of the Phantom. The truth is revealed. Melanie's father and the Phantom are one and the same. As for the mysterious disappearance of the young man's suitors, the answer is hidden behind, or beyond, the sliding wall which leads to the doorless chamber. We see 4 portraits of Melanie with her suitors. As the room expands, the young woman disappears from the canvas and the paintings reveal the details of the men's disappearances, all too extravagant to have been simple misfortune. The Phantom's final appearance at the top of the room, amid a clap of thunder, seems to be a thinly veiled warning to anyone who would try to get too close to his daughter. It is clear that Henry Ravenswood was a very possessive father, ready to do anything to keep Melanie close, even after his death. The threat is confirmed in the portrait gallery, as with the house's owner, first impressions are deceiving. These seemingly unexceptional paintings are in fact more sinister than they first seem. After these initial dark revelations, guests at Phantom Manor arrive at the grand staircase while a huge storm rages behind the large bay window. Bad weather or an ominous omen, the future will tell, but for now, guests are welcomed by the Ravenswood family staff, who invite them to climb aboard a doom buggy, which will drive them down the long corridor and into the depths of the manor. Past the garden, where the Phantom shows guests a grave that he has freshly dug, perhaps for them, doom buggies descend below ground and are surrounded by moving skeletons. Through the catacombs of Rome or Paris, or generally silent and relatively reflective spaces, the catacombs of Phantom Manor have a more festive mood, due to the joyfully frightening, echoing melody of Grim Grinning Ghosts, the attraction's theme song. An abandoned warehouse brings guests straight into Phantom Canyon, the grand finale of our adventure, before rejoining the land of the living in the crypt and then the manor's cave. In this spectacular scene, guests find themselves in a ghostly version of Thunder Mesa, with splendid decoration, props, and audio animatronics. Characters, the local bank is under attack, and guests are greeted by a gloomy mayor who seems to be handing over the keys to the city, shaped like a skull. The apothecary turns into a type of Mr. Hyde after drinking one of his own concoctions. A spooky poker game of invisible players takes place in an abandoned saloon. The scope of this scene is a fitting reminder of just how unique and grandson an experience Phantom Manor really is. All of these details are truly unique, and Phantom Manor is unquestionably an incredible experience, and one that Disney fans all over the world enjoy. The level of detail in the storytelling of the Phantom, Melanie, and tying in Phantom Manor with the entire of Frontierland is truly unique, and it sets Disneyland Paris apart from its American counterparts and everywhere else in the world. Phantom Manor remains a truly wonderful experience, surrounded by a mystery, inviting guests to explore the hidden stories and secrets of this incredible attraction.